My name's Ellen Hearn, and I'm excited to be here because the Vibrant and Attractive Committee has put together a survey and sent it out to the community for feedback. And did we get feedback? With 31 questions, of which 6 of those questions were open-ended, we have tons of information, a real smorgasbord of ideas. But what we're going to give you today is just a tiny taste. But it's a taste that I hope will whet your appetites for coming forward to help us identify how we can make Decatur a vibrant and attractive community. So, about the data, we had a good representation of the community, and we found out that 70% of the people truly enjoyed their experience here. Can't go backwards. There we go. 70% of the people were positive, and only 14% was negative, which is a nice positive change for Decatur. Now, another positive aspect is nearly 60% see an opportunity for themselves here in our community. Now, here's where the news isn't as positive. 50% of the people plan to continue to remain in our community. 30% have no intentions of remaining here. And that was primarily your younger populations in the African American community. What we'd like to see, when you look at benchmarks on what makes a community vibrant and attractive, one of the things they typically look at is the culture and how do people perceive the culture. And we have some great numbers here when it comes to meeting the needs of the population that is older. But if you'll see here, those individuals who are younger than 30 or younger than 40 find that our culture isn't quite meeting their needs yet. And we are also not addressing the needs of the African American community. Why are people dissatisfied? Appearance. 9 times out of 10, we gave them a forced choice of 10 choices to identify 3 things that they'd like to see change. The choices that we gave them included appearance, crime, entertainment, housing, schools, shopping, the smell, politics, leadership, and dining. But the first thing that came up was appearance. So we're really going to need some work to support the Beautify Decatur efforts and get the corridors in our community to demonstrate that we are a community that you want to live in. Number 2, entertainment. People want more fun things to do. Schools came up, shopping, crime. This was before the crime video, by the way. Smell, and housing. The good news, race relations was one of the questions, and it did not surface as an issue of concern. And I'm very proud of the forward-thinking members of our community that made it possible for us to manage through an issue a couple weeks ago and do so successfully. Where we need to make some changes. If you'll see, people have a positive experience about the community themselves, but are they willing to recommend Decatur to others? Right now, 66% of the people are not willing to do so, and only 11% of the people are willing to promote the community. That's a dynamic that needs to change. So, what do they want? More fun things to do. And the items that came up are listed here: festivals, public events, more music, but they're looking for the big name items, more variety of culture, traveling Broadway shows coming through the community, more culture that appeals to the Black American community. They want to feel safe when they do things downtown. They want to feel safe when they do things after hours. The kinds of things that surfaced were more family-oriented events. They want things to do indoors, whether it's hot or cold, that they can do with their family. And some of the suggestions included a go-kart fun park, an indoor amusement park. And when I think of some of the empty buildings in our community, I can see them being converted relatively easy. We have a can-do culture in this community where if we can't get a Chipotle's, we make our own. And if we can't bring in a Chuck E. Cheese or a Dave & Buster's, we can make our own. People are wanting more venues for those teen parties, tween parties that are going to be more appropriate. We've got a lot of them for toddlers, but we need them for the older children. Shopping came up a lot. This had occurred right when the announcement of Haynes and Essex closing occurred. So that was top priority in people's minds. They did indicate that we are on the right track. The vast majority felt that the Decatur community was making the appropriate changes to move forward. So we just need to continue the transition. Thank you.